All right, guys, welcome back. The Bean Apple is on again. Me and John back again. Jets, Bucks preview for what is going to be a interesting week. I think we could say. We
To
all
say the
know.
least. To say the least.
Yeah, we all know how much Tom Brady absolutely loves the Jets, and I don't think there's going to be any love lost now that he's off the Patriots, right? So he's coming into MetLife, and I'm sure he's going to be just as vengeful as he's always been, just like Belichick remains. So that doesn't go too far. I don't think the apple falls too far from the Belichick tree as you
Not
leave
one
there.
bit.
So so we're going to break those two down. I'm going to break down the Jets. John will break down the Buccaneers' 3 keys to victory, and then we'll wrap it up from there. Give our final predictions and leave you with that.
Welcome to the Bean Apple Podcast.
Belichick. I text him all the time. He just doesn't answer.
Somehow got mono. God knows who he was making out with.
Somebody had given me 2 tickets to a Jet game, and I had to run into a store. Came out, they broke my window, and they left 4 more tickets.
I'll go first, being it's the Jets, and you can. I will allow you to retort, as you like to say.
Allow me to retort.
So the 3 keys for the Jets this week in pulling out a W against the Buccaneers. Zach Wilson, of course, right? Big surprise, number 1. Showed a lot last week. John, we had kind of talked about it. I think everybody was like, well, it was the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's not really that big of a deal. But when you put it into context, that was the first team that he's really played that was on an equivalent level talent-wise as to what he had available versus. So I think he looked really good. He wasn't playing from a deficit right out of the gate with a bunch of lower-tiered players versus higher-tier players like you would have seen this week if there weren't so many injuries for Tampa. But I really liked what I saw. I liked that he ran a lot. I liked that he moved. That huge run set a Jets record for the longest rushing touchdown in Jets history, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, making those defenders stay honest, can't stack the box, can't fall too far back. You gotta play it even. I think that's going to be a big key. He's got to continue to do that. Keep that defense honest. Don't let them stack. Don't let them double coverage, and take advantage of those holes when they're available. Number 2, John, we talked about this every week for 10 years now, right? Pressure Tom Brady. Like if you want a chance to beat Brady, you got to rattle him. It's just his Achilles heel is getting hit, probably in his Achilles heel ultimately. But yeah, you hit Brady, you rattle Brady, he starts to make mistakes. Now with Evans out, with Godwin out, without Fournette, maybe things develop a little bit slower, and it takes an extra second for receivers to get on their marks, and that might be all that it takes with hopefully the Jets defense coming off of COVID and being a little fresh, hopefully not a COVID hangover, but a week off, almost a mini bye for some of them. So come back fresh, have some extra energy, get after Brady. Try to throw him off, capitalize on the mistakes he's been making because he hasn't been playing exceptional over the last month, I would say. He's been kind of human, almost, some people would call it. So keep that going. And then
Maybe he is human. I don't know.
He might be starting to revert back to human from immortality.
Maybe he's like Benjamin Button. He started old first.
Yeah, and he's turning into a baby.
He's going to be a baby soon.
Right. Baby can't throw a ball. So, and last, Michael Carter. So he had a great game last week. First game back, had some nice big runs, ended over 100 yards, looked really good. We need that again. So it's really, I talked about Zach Wilson running. Michael Carter needs to run too. So they need to control the game flow. They need to control the clock, and they need to possess the ball and keep it away from Tom Brady. So run, and then hit the passes when you can, right? Don't force anything. Don't be stupid. You can't make mistakes against this team. And I think if they do those 3 things, they will have a chance for this game to be close, coming down in the 4th quarter. And I'll give you my scores on the other side.
Okay, so here's what I think. Whoever is in charge of waking the team up on Sunday morning, making sure they get on the bus and making sure they get to the stadium on time, probably one of the most important people this coming Sunday. So my first key is get to the stadium on time. Just get there on time. Give yourself some time to stretch. It's not going to be warm like down in Tampa. You're not going to have your 75-degree weather. It'll probably be in the mid-30s at best. There you go. Second, put your uniforms on. Second most important guy. The equipment guys need to be there before the players get there. Make sure they're all set up in the lockers. Make sure the right helmets are in certain spots. Make sure Brady gets the helmet with the speaker inside. There's going to be no coach anyways, so it doesn't really matter. He doesn't need to talk to anybody. He can just act like he's talking. When they go like this, pretend they're listening. They're not listening.
Yeah.
Third, walk onto the field. That the next important person is the guy that comes in or gal that comes in that says, hey, it's time to go out in the field right now. Okay? All they got to do is do those three things, and they should end up with a very large W. All kidding aside, honestly, that's what I think they have to do. But so Brady against the Jets, he's been playing them for 20-plus years. He's 29-7 against the Jets. Not as bad, not as good against the Jets as he is against Buffalo, which is 32-3. But in his career against the Jets, he's thrown for 57 touchdowns, almost 9,000 yards, and 15 picks.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't it?
It's just nuts. I didn't think it was that much, but I guess when you start talking about 20 years of playing, but 8,000 yards against one team, it's just insane, man. It's crazy, or almost 9,000, I should say, and 57 touchdowns. Some quarterbacks don't ever reach that. You know what I mean? So, but all kidding aside, like you were saying, if for Tampa to win, protect Brady, make and Joe, we say this about every rookie quarterback, man. You and I could be head coaches, I think, somewhere. Give us a rookie quarterback. Do not let that quarterback throw more than 20 to 25 times, and you'll have a chance to win. I just have a feeling where this is going to be one of those weeks where poor young Zach Wilson is going to throw in probably the high 30s to low 40s, which is, look at Mac Jones the last couple of weeks. Terrible stats when rookies do that. They just make too many mistakes. They just do, and especially against a better team. I don't see the Jets coming close, but who have the Jets beat this year? A couple surprising teams. They beat Tennessee, right? Yep. And that's what Tennessee had Derrick Henry and were pretty healthy. So
and
Cincy. So anything can happen. I can't see Brady letting that happen. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. Again, Jets a young team. Let's see what they can do, and we'll see if they finish out strong. I personally would like to see the Jets win the last two games, because that would mean their draft pick's a little bit worse.
Yeah.
I don't have a dog in this fight. I love Tom still, always will. But if they lose, they lose. I'll chuckle at that. But I just don't see it happen.
Yeah, I don't foresee this happening, and I'm kind of the same as you. I'm the opposite of you. Is like I want to see progress, but I don't want to see a victory. Right? We've got the fourth pick in the draft right now.
Yep.
You look into the future. Right now, the Jets have the potential of having the 4th and 7th pick in the draft. That is a massive influx of talent that you're looking to add next year. What's the point of jeopardizing that at this point? But I would like to see the continuous growth moving forward. I'd like to see Zach play well, Carter play well. Hopefully Elijah Moore gets back on the field, has a good couple games to close out the year. But overall, too much. Brady's just going to be too pissed off. Probably somewhere around 35, and I'm going to hope for 24 points for the Jets. 35-24.
That would be a win, Joe, to be quite honest. If it's a clean game, 35-24, you should feel happy.
Yeah, that would be good for me. What do you got?
Let's see. If they score on every possession and they have 7 possessions, that would be 49. And the Jets score on 2, 49-14. 49-14.
God, I hope you're wrong. All right.
God, I hope I'm right. But again, if the Jets win 49-14, I'll chuckle and I'll just say, no, I can't.
I can't either.
I would like it, because then that means they won't be drafting 4th. So
yeah. But you know what? If we have to win a game, it'd be nice to beat Brady. It'd be nice to beat Brady. So
absolutely.
All right, so there is the preview for the Jets and Buccaneers. So please, if you enjoy it, give it a like, comment on your thoughts on this game, and also Sunday mornings, come jump on with us, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get the notifications. We are live every Sunday morning, giving you fantasy advice, game previews, and just mucking it up, as you would say. Sunday
like it.
mornings, having a little bit of fun before the game starts. So come join us, chat with us, have some fun. And until then, have a great week, and we'll see you guys real soon.
Peace. See you
Later.
next year. Dad joke.
Oh, yes, we will. See you next